It's not just photos as well. It's about like website content and material. So it's about like writing like actual blogs and yeah, paragraphs or short stories or recounts of the places that I've been to and the sites that I've seen and the experiences that I've had. No, this isn't a long-term job. I'm probably not going to be doing this when I'm like 40. It's like income's really sparse and sporadic and you never know whether you're going to get another job. I could either be away on a holiday or a business trip and think that I'm going to be coming home for 2 weeks and in reality I'll be home for 12 hours and then I'll be back off on my next job. I get little trips like that all the time, and to be honest, those are my favorites. It's like, yes, get excited. You thought you're going home, but you've been punked. You're not. But in the meantime, I am willing to take full advantage of it. I'm young, I want to travel, and this is giving me a means to do so. I think I'd be a little bit silly not to take advantage of it. So in saying that too though, I don't want to seem like I'm not appreciating the opportunities that I'm given. Like I am fully aware of how blessed and lucky I am to get to do what I do and to be able to call it a job. I love it. I absolutely love it. I love traveling, and even sitting at airports for like 12 hours straight, I don't mind, which I know makes me really weird. It is all very confusing. I'm more than aware of that, and trying to explain it to people is really hard because especially when it all kind of first started, I was still working like full-time hours as a part-time waitress, and that was really hard, as well as uni. So that was horrible actually, because it was so draining. At the time, it was when Instagram just kind of first started. I wasn't getting any kind of money from it or anything, except I was doing promotions in return for like clothing or things like that. So for product, for product. So the amount of time and energy that you put into that is actually draining. It sounds so stupid, but at first I was like, yay, a parcel, let's open it up and see what's inside. And then after a while I was like, another parcel. I have like 6 already that I haven't done. I've got to go to work. I haven't slept in 3 days because I had a uni assignment due. I don't drink coffee and I don't like Mother or Red Bull energy drink, so how am I supposed to stay awake? And that's when I get into a bag of lollies and be like, sugar hit. And so having all this product and stuff was awesome, but I couldn't pay my rent with free clothing. I wish we could. In a perfect world, that'd be epic. But yeah, unfortunately I couldn't. And so I found that really challenging, especially because it was so draining, like mentally and physically as well, because in any spare downtime that I got, I would have to go and take a photo, which I used to do it all myself as well, which was incredibly hard. It's a lot harder than you think. I still take most of my photos for Instagram on my iPhone, and so self-timer, if there's no one else around to take the photo, is what I have to use. I would go and rest my phone up against like a tree or a rock, or like I'd dig a hole in the sand and put a towel down and then like sit it up against the castle that I'd built in the background, all just to get a beautiful yoga photo or a photo for a bikini or a dress or a brand that I was posting for. My brother and my mum actually used to say to me, like, why are you complaining? It's you've got free clothing. And I think that's the difference, is like, yes, it's awesome to get free stuff, but it's draining when the brands, the people behind the brand, their expectation lies on you. Like, they're giving you something, and so you feel obliged to provide them with something good in return. Like, there's no point in half bottoming anything. I didn't want to use the A word. But yeah, there's no point in doing things in half measures. So including Instagram posts, like, it sounds so stupid to say that, but it is now a job these days. Like, it is a real job. Alternate jobs like blogging and like things in the creative industry like fashion or design or like photography, artists, musicians, that kind of thing. They're all real jobs now. People make sustainable livings off of these things. It's not what it used to be, and it's really hard, I guess, trying to explain that not just to people in our generation that you can make a living off this, but also especially actually to older generations. So like my grandma probably wouldn't understand it at all. I think my dad's maybe tried to explain it to her once or twice and she just doesn't really get it. I don't blame her. And then like explaining it to my parents and saying how draining it was, that the work I was doing for Instagram and not being paid for on top of uni and work was like another full-time job. Like it took a lot of dedication, even just laying in bed at night when you're going to sleep and it's like, oh God, I have all of these things to post. I have to do this tomorrow, I have to do this tomorrow, I have to get this photo and this photo, and to get this one I have to go all the way to like a specific place. This person wants it taken in natural light against a white wall. I don't have a white wall, I have to go find a white wall, and then you're out in public trying to find a white wall whilst taking a self-timed photo of yourself and everyone's looking at you like you're a silly person, which you are, but they don't need to know that. It's a funny thing to be able to call a job, except I guess that's one of the perks of it. It's full of spontaneous and adventurous fun, whether it just be from self-timed photos or the experiences that it's allowed me to have all over the world. And how crazy is that to say, to think that social media has the power to not only reach out to so many different people, but to enable influencers to do these crazy things and to be able to share it with you. That's the best bit. That's what I love most about it, is that it's not just you do this, you take a photo of it. It's like you do this, you take a photo of it, and you share it with so many people, and you get to see their reactions and interact with them. And I love it. I love it. I love showing the beauty this world has. So I'm gonna leave it at that because this thing's gonna die on me. And yeah, I'm hoping that I answered a few of your questions, and if I didn't, I'm really sorry. I'll make another video. And I'm also sorry, by the way, if at one point in this I got like shy or like awkward. My brother got home from his surf and he was just wandering around the house, and I felt really silly talking to myself or a camera while I was here. So I went to his room, put some headphones on, and it still felt awkward. So he's gone again now, which is why I'm back to like bubbly me. But yeah, so thanks for watching, and I'll see you again soon.